let's eat some balls with you. All right, but no, that's going to be against human rights. That's all the bull that they're spreading with the people. You can still use cash machines for now, the branches of the banks. There's a little town in Switzerland. Okay, and the little town in Switzerland has been cashless now for over 2 years. All right, there's one ATM that works there. Other than that, absolutely everything is digital. That was one of the pioneers of the digital money currency that's coming. And it's going to come. It's going to, because when it hits, they're going to control you, because they're going to tell you, let me give you an example. You're a female, okay, and you are supposed to weigh, let's say, 60 kilograms, but you weigh 75 kilograms, so we're going to cut your money so that you're not allowed to buy more food. And you're also not allowed to buy chocolates. You're not allowed to buy chips. You're not allowed to buy burger patties or whatever the case might be, because you need to be nice and skinny so that we can steal you and utilize you in our whorehouses. Okay, and or for the male, for that matter, you're going to need to do so and so and so, because we're going to need you to be our slave and stuff like that. That's where the control of the money comes in. That's why they want to control the farms. That's why they want to control everything, because then they can control us. Let's see. Slamming door, beard wax removal. I like my beard. I'm not going to take my beard off. Makes me man. Man, I cannot be misidentified like that thing that was in Disney with his beard that puts on makeup and stuff. He should be kicked in the face. Okay, I'll ask other countries think of Biden. He's such an embarrassment. Oh, don't worry about Biden, Julie. Biden he's just a partial embarrassment. Try Africa. Okay, get one of these oaks. I mean, yeah, they take a school teacher, make him the minister of police. Yeah, I kid you not. So, yeah, then they take an ex-terrorist that bombed women and children and make him a president and give him the Nobel Prize. So, yeah, no, don't worry. That's what I'm trying to say to the guys, is that it makes a difference who you are, in which country you are. They're all a bunch of scumbags, in my opinion, okay? They're just white-collar crime. That's all. They just don't get, when they get busted, they put it under the rug and they pay someone off. But when you go and you do something wrong, the whole law comes down on you. The famous 327-year-old private bank whose clients include members of the royal family. Yeah, that could most probably belong to Rockefeller, Carnegie, and whoever the other oaks are, Bilderberg, you name them. Our PM, Sneaky Richie, as I call him, has done a speech on CBDC. Your sneaky little Richie, all right, is... You know, I can't name the names here, but I'd like to get hold of him here in South Africa. I'll grab him on the neck and I'll bitch slap him awake. All right, because that's what he is a little bitch, in my opinion. I shouldn't be saying things like this, but these actually just freak me out. He walks around with these... Did you know that he's a billionaire? Rishi Sunak is a billionaire. How did he become a billionaire at that age? Honest. By being honest. There's no such thing as an honest ruler. Julie Murphy, embarrassment is being kind. Can't believe he's in the power. I can't believe that a lot of people are in a lot of positions. What freaks me out is how do they maintain staying in those positions? That's the part I don't get. I mean, how do you get a guy like Rishi Sunak sitting down, okay, speaking to somebody, and then, oh, well, it wasn't Richie, sorry, it was this other chap in the United Kingdom, some other minister in Parliament. So they're going to send storm shadows to the Ukraine, okay, in order for them to combat the Russians, okay. Now, I'm not going to be nasty or anything, but let's be quite honest, okay. It's like South Africa currently. You can't fight Russia. The UK can't fight Russia by itself. Okay, you're going to need the complete totality, the total, absolute combination of NATO with everything they have, and then maybe they'll defeat Russia, because once you start knocking on Russia's door, China's going to step in as well. Their army is only, I think, 1.8 million strong now. Active soldiers. I think they're aiming for the 2 million mark, or 200 million mark. So it's a big army. Alrighty, let me see what we got. Money, money, money. That's what the world is all about lately. I totally agree. Yes, I know his wife's family. And there's also billionaires. Well, because they have handlers, Nick. Yeah, they all have handlers. That's what I'm trying to say. They're all puppets. Richie with his billions have got puppet. He's a puppet. That's all he is. Sunak is like Macron. Oh, I almost thought you said Sunak is a moron. My goodness, I almost read wrong there. Oopsie. Oh, so sorry for that. Okay. So Sunak's not a moron. He's like Macron. All right. Groomed since school by banks, Macron's wife was a teacher. Politicians are only there to create the illusion of freedom of choice when it's not there. Well, one of your politicians are now changing that, and that's the Canadian politician. He's bringing it into law that if it's not Canadian enough, it is not to be broadcasted. And independent people like myself, luckily I'm not in Canada, and even if I were, I would still do what I'm doing right now, okay, and then I'll take my odds. Any case, he's going to ban it all. He's going to isolate Canada from all kinds of social media, and then the only media you're going to get from Canada, instead of seeing Vancouver and what's happening there currently, all you're going to see is what a fantastic job the Canadians are doing. And it's one of the most least populated areas on the planet. And the house prices have gone up, something ridiculous. You've got to see what you've got to pay there for now. It's a place, and I'm not shitting you when I say this. The house in Vancouver is, 90 square feet? As 120 square feet or something. $1.8 million. That's ridiculous, man. That's totally ridiculous. So this is the way that I'm seeing things lately. I'm flabbergasted and I'm gobsmacked when I see these people and I hear what they say. They utilize all these big words. I mean, seriously, highly intellectual words. But I honestly don't think half of them even know what the words mean that they're speaking because they're reading it. They don't speak like I'm sitting here and speaking to you. Their eyes are there all the time, or their eyes are like this. And then a general in the United States Army gives a big speech, and then this is the speech. If you're a general, you should know what's going on. If you're a president, you should know what's going on. You don't need to read. Okay, you don't need to read a pre-written speech by a speechwriter. For shit's sakes, you're the president of a country. You should know what's going on. All right? Since when do you have to read a speech? Unbelievable. Governments are going full commie in the West. Don't worry. It's all over. Okay, but Western people always fight it since the Caesar thingy. I hear where you're coming from. Jesus Christ is our God and Savior. He loves you. Repent before it's too late. Well, I don't know who you're saying that to, Johnny. All right. I hope truly it's not to me, but if it is to me, that's acceptable, man. I'll take that. I'll take that. The commies versus the Christians. Well, I've got bad news for the commies, okay? Because, you see, the days of martyrship is no longer. The days of martyrship was there for a specific reason, and that was to grow the faith in the Christendom. Okay, days of martyrship have changed a little bit in the last, let's say, 500 years or so. So, commie just walking up and saying, oh, you're a Christian, you can't speak about Jesus, I'm going to arrest you. Is that so? Well, then I'm afraid we're going to have to fight about that, as in what's happening in the United Kingdom currently. All right. Hasn't happened in South Africa yet, but I think they're a little bit edgy concerning that because the retaliation might be a little bit harsher than what they can handle. So let me see. Commies versus Christians. Okay, Jesus Christ. Okay, that was Johnny 1998. All right. Good to show your electorate that you can read, especially in South Africa. Yeah, I just wish they taught them how to do mathematics too. Then you wouldn't get a state president standing on a stage, an international stage, saying, oh, and we was look for 640 and 2 and 1 million and 90 and 7. Then, and you were talking about how much? Yes. But we know how to steal. We know how to steal a few $100 million to build a castle, and then we name a swimming pool a fire pool. Oh, seriously. Yeah, whatever. People afraid to die so easily enslaved. Now, I'm not afraid to die. I must be honest with you. You see, I'm not afraid to die at all. If I die, I go to heaven. It's a win-win situation for me. So I'm going to be a thorn in the side of Satan while I'm on earth. I'm going to be a thorn in the side of anybody that's against the scriptures while I'm on earth. Then they can kill me. Then I'll go to heaven. So I'm happy. I've got no complaint. Let's see who wants to come up. Hustle, you want to come up? So let's have a chat, Hustle. Martyrdom. Yeah, you're right. Martyrdom, that's it. Hustle, welcome.
You're right.
Welcome.
Listen, I just wanted to talk about something very quickly, which is very exciting, about Jim Caviezel. You know Jim Caviezel, the actor who played Jesus.
Yeah, he plays in Aramaic, man.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy. Eh?
Yeah, I dig him. I can dig him. Be honest with you, I can dig him.
And there's a movie coming out now called Sound of Freedom.
Yeah.
And they're exposing the whole, I've got to be careful on your life. I don't want you to be, taken down. But, the things that grown-ups do with children, and then also the whole thing with the trafficking of Homo sapiens.
So we say Homo sapien postage and packaging.
Yeah, that type of stuff. So the movie's really just exposing all of that. And it's in collaboration with Mel Gibson as well. So he's also involved, and they're basically exposing a whole lot of stuff, even what goes on in Hollywood and blah-de-blah. It sounds like it's quite an expose that's going to take place through the movie. So it's coming out on the 4th of July, if anyone is interested in seeing that. And I saw that Elon Musk is actually offering to have the movie launched on Twitter because, being the type of movie that it is, it's very controversial. Hollywood has turned its back on it because of the involvement of Hollywood. And so Elon Musk has actually said, listen, if you want to screen the movie through Twitter, we want to help you. So...
What I heard was it's a full-blown documentary similar to similar to the punchline of Passion of the Christ. Okay,
yeah.
So, but I cannot wait to watch that because I'll tell you what. As for myself, I have uncovered quite a bit of stuff because my nose is all over, and I despise these people.
Yeah.
Even being a Christian, though, I really despise their existence. I think they should be eliminated like a virus. Okay, but that said, I have uncovered some severe, horrifying stuff, and which I wanted to put into a short little documentary that I was working on. But I honestly decided against that because, even I watched a part of it and I figured, no, I'm out of this. I go haywire in my head. I want to fly over to Papua New Guinea and go fetch that dog and rip his face off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
So, and then I look at these oaks and I think to myself, how can you stand there, you piece of virus? Okay, you rubbish, you monster, and you. I don't want to go there because I'll just rip his eyes out.
Yeah.
I'll take this thing and I'll stick it in and I'll rip his eye out behind his brain. And that's the way I feel about them. They should be extinguished.
Yeah.
Right? They're an evil monstrosity of a demonic creature that just needs to be eliminated.
Yeah. The thing is, I think there's two prongs to this thing. You're right. There's the documentary series that was made, so that's separate to the movie. So
probably, yeah.
Tim Ballins or something, I think is the guy's name. He's the ex-Navy SEAL that is now running operations to save children from these rings. And